before your attention turns to the Chiefs and the challenge you guys have this week?
Not a lot. You got a lot of respect for how hard it is to win in this league. You try to enjoy it for a couple hours, and then you got to get up early and get ready for the next one, and this is a big one, obviously.
Hey, John. Today, Andy Reid mentioned a couple times the victory lap you guys took in KC after the first game. What exactly was the victory lap, and is that something that you think about this week as far as bulletin board material or anything like that?
Not really. I mean, you could find a smart aleck bus driver in Kansas City who made some snide comments when we got on the bus. Maybe that's why we drove around the stadium, just to tick him off. This is ridiculous. Next question.
Hey, John, after watching the defense go again, what was your take on how they played overall and your biggest takeaway from them?
Well, I thought we played with great energy and passion, and that was kind of the word we harped on before the game. Go out there and cut it loose, play our hearts out, and let's feed off each other's energy. We got no fans, we got nobody there but us. And Bob Streety, our security man. So we tried to play with as much effort and emotion as possible. I think John Abram really came to play. It was Nick Morrow's best football game. I thought the front played hard. All three levels of our defense played with great effort, and it was contagious throughout the day. It was good to see.
This is Wendell Carpenter, and with all of the players who are not starters who stepped up this year because of injuries and COVID, can you talk about the job that Mayock and his staff has done in getting this team depth, which is where champions are built?
Yes, no doubt. It's been a group effort. The scouting staff, the coaching staff, and the training staff have all played a major role in putting this thing together. And we have a long way to go, but we're getting a lot of contributions from many different people, and that's something we're excited about.
Hey, John, I heard you say yesterday about how much confidence this team has. Do you get a sense that it's growing every week, and the win that the more confident this team is? Can you sense that?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, all we have is each other. We rely on one another, we push each other, and we expect a lot of one another. And I think we have some good veteran leadership here, starting with Derek Carr and Rodney Hudson. Some of our new veteran players on defense are starting to be more and more vocal. And I guess to summarize your question, yes, I think we are gaining confidence, and hopefully it continues to show.
Ron, when you guys have had to dig into your depth chart as much as you had, especially at offensive line, you guys have to change anything what you do with your operation at all, or it's been pretty seamless going from starting to the backups here the last few weeks?
Anytime you change personnel, you change gears. You've had 5 different right tackles. That might be a world record after 9 games. So, you change gears. You try to be responsible and smart about what you're asking people to do based on how much preparation and experience they have. So, we have played a little bit differently the last couple weeks than maybe we did the first couple weeks. And hopefully that's a good thing down the stretch. We can find multiple ways to move the ball and multiple ways to get a stop.
Yeah, John, you've mentioned a couple times over the past couple of years about your running game. I think something effective. We don't do this the easy way. You'll line up under center, you just line up and run the ball. And 41 more times yesterday. I'm just curious as to why is it important for you to do it so the hard way, basically? Why is it important for you to run the ball the way that you run it?
Our quarterback is not going to be exposed to the read options and the RPO hits that some of the others are taking. We're just not going to play that way with Derek. We utilize Carr in a lot of different ways. We dabble in some areas like that, but when you have a running back like Josh Jacobs, you have a responsibility to, I think, surround him with the proper equipment to utilize him properly. And he needs a blocking tight end. He needs a blocking fullback. I think to a degree we kind of take pride in being able to run the ball from a 2-back set, which is a little bit old school. And we also, if you watch us carefully, are able to spread it out and do some of these modern, really cool RPO-type runs, which, is a thing of the world now, I guess.
Jon, if I could take a minute to go away from the game itself and your players, you have a unique opportunity to work with your son as part of the coaching staff. You praised the coaching staff yesterday. When you take a step back and look at maybe some of the impact he's had in his role, do you ever have time to maybe get out of those coach's shoes and look at it from a proud father role and what it means like to be able to work alongside your son at times?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. It's been a real special time for me. Proud of my son. He has great enthusiasm, and I think he works well with the players, and he's being led by A.J. Neibel, one of the great strength coaches in football. So it's been a great experience. He takes losing harder than I do. That's the only problem, and I take it real hard. But he really enjoys winning and being a part of this organization. And during this virus, it's really been frustrating because, well, for a lot of reasons for everybody, but we've always encouraged the coaches to bring their sons around the players and around our facility. You know, that's where I fell in love with football, and I do miss a lot of the coaches' kids and the relationships that they formulate with our players.
Hey, Jon, this is going to be the fourth time in the past 5 years that the Chiefs are going to face the Raiders coming off of their bye. Does that kind of make you scratch your head a little bit? And beyond that, I mean, how much of an advantage is that for a team to face the same team like that? And how much of a disadvantage is that for you guys, knowing that they have that extra week to kind of scout you up?
I'm sure that's just a coincidence. You know, I'm sure it's a coincidence. I don't know. I don't think about it. You know, the schedule is the schedule. You got to adapt to it, and that's what we'll do.
Hey, Jon, what have you seen in Hunter Renfrow as far as him trying to flourish as a kick returner?
Well, I think he answered the bell yesterday. It's unfortunate. You know, he had a lot of those yards called back. But he's a decisive, sure-handed returner. He doesn't turn the ball over. He's been very reliable back there, making good decisions. And he's a north-south, no-nonsense, quick runner that can really finish plays. So we're excited about him, and hopefully we can continue to get him some good looks.
Hey, Jon, Sam Gordon here, Las Vegas Review-Journal. Following on Paul's question, Andy Reid, his teams are notoriously good. He has a notoriously good record after bye weeks. Just from your perspective, what do you feel like his greatest strength is as a head coach?
Oh, his preparation is legendary. He's a great coach. He's a great person. He gets his team to play for him. He can really handle game day situations. He's got great experience, got great confidence in his players, and he's not afraid to pull the trigger and use some unconventional ways to do it, move the football. And I just got a lot of respect for him, and I know he's going to do thorough preparation. It'll be a juggernaut coming in here Sunday, and we'll just have to have a great week of practice and do the best we can.
Coach, you mentioned Jalen yesterday being injured a little bit, but you maybe had some good news. Do you have any update on him or anybody else that was hurt?
Yeah, Jalen bruised his sternum. He doesn't have any fractures or anything like that, but he's extremely sore, and he'll be day-to-day. His status for this game will be updated here in the next few days. Colton Miller and Maurice Hurst worked out today. We'll have an update for you guys on Wednesday, but there were some positive signs. But we'll have to just remain hopeful and cross our fingers.
Last week, you were very vocal about the fact that the team has played a lot more, that they need to play a lot better in Vegas. And, of course, you won against the Saints. However, this is the first real dominating victory in the stadium. How much pride do you have in getting a home victory, especially where fans aren't allowed to come to the stadium, so they have to watch on television?
Well, that's obvious. I mean, we're excited to win, and especially at home. You got to try to take care of business in your home games.
Jon, Alec Engel gave it yesterday. Looked like kind of a condensed role for him, but how did he come out of the game and seem to be on the mend moving forward?
Yeah, I think he played 12 plays in the game, played some special teams plays. We were easing the boat in the water here a little bit, not asking him to do too much, but I thought he responded pretty good. I had lunch with him earlier today, and he said he feels better today than he did this time last week, so we expect him to be ready for Kansas City.
We'll do 2 more, Jesse, then Jerry.
Now, Arden Key seemed to show up big a couple times yesterday. Was that one of his best games since you had him? I know he's had injury problems.
Yeah, it really was, Jerry. He made some good plays. He got home a couple times. He showed great energy and pursuit, and really had fun playing. He's been out a couple weeks, and Rod Marinelli, our new defensive line coach, thinks a lot of Arden Key. He's been one of his, I think, most impressive guys on the practice field. It was good to see it come out on game day yesterday. We need him on Sunday for sure.
John, yesterday when we talked to Jeff after the game, he said, the tweaks that were made when you guys were talking about making tweaks to the defense after the Bucs game, it was more so just kind of maybe like a simplification of it. With that, was yesterday kind of the best grasp you've seen them have on the scheme since those tweaks?
Yeah, we're not going to get into the specific tweaks that we've made, but we have changed the style in which we play to a degree. Yeah, I think guys are playing with confidence. I think they're playing with a lot less indecision. They're playing, down to down with better communication, and I think it's growing as we speak.
Great. Thank you, everyone.
All right, guys. Have a great day.